So good morning students. Last time we were discussing about the life history of Plasmodium. We talked about the exoerythrocytic and erythrocytic schizogony, that is the asexual multiplication that is taking place in human beings. Now we are going to discuss about the sexual phase of Plasmodium that is going to occur inside the mosquito, and that is the second phase, that is gamogony. See, I already told you that RBCs were invaded by the Plasmodium. They are going to increase their number, and again they are going to affect more and more RBCs. Now, because of the continuous destruction of RBCs, the individual is going to become anemic, and when there is lots and lots of destruction of RBCs, the host means the man is going to die. And if the host is going to die, that leads to ultimately the death of the parasite also, because the parasite is going to live inside the body of the host. So now what the parasite is going to do, this parasite will not allow a host to die, because that is also leading to the death of parasite also. So what happens over here, some of the merozoites were formed that were responsible for invasion of new RBCs. So here some of the merozoites are not going to form schizont, or they are not going to form the or invade the RBCs. So I am simply writing these things. So some of the merozoites not invade new RBCs, but they are going to form a round structure that is not having vacuole in them, and these are known as gametocytes. So these merozoites will be involved in the formation of gametocytes. They are not going to invade the new RBCs. So gametocyte is going to form. Now these gametocytes, these things are happening in human only. These gametocytes are present in the human body. Now when a mosquito is going to bite this person, the mosquito is going to again suck Plasmodium at different stages of erythrocytic schizogony, and plus also as gametocyte. So these gametocytes will be sucked by female Anopheles mosquito, plus some other phases, other phases of erythrocytic schizogony also. If this gametocyte will be sucked by any other mosquito other than female Anopheles mosquito, then also it is going to die. If it is not sucked by any mosquito, means female Anopheles mosquito, and it remains inside the human blood, again it is going to die. So only some of the gametocytes are lucky enough that are sucked by female Anopheles mosquito, and they are going to survive in the body of the female Anopheles mosquito. So these gametocytes along with some other parasites at different stages of erythrocytic schizogony. They are sucked by female Anopheles mosquito. So they will be sucked by female Anopheles mosquito. So this is how this will be involved in the sexual phase. This has entered inside the body of female Anopheles mosquito. Now what happens with both these two? They are present in RBCs because erythrocytic schizogony is there. The digestive juices they are going to enter into the stomach of the female Anopheles mosquito, and inside the stomach, because of the action of digestive juices, the others that are present on different stages of erythrocytic schizogony are going to die, while this gametocyte will going to survive, and it will rupture the RBC and it will come in the stomach of the female Anopheles mosquito. So only these are going to survive and rest are going to die, and these will be involved in the sexual reproduction. This is what we have to remember, and that is going to take place inside the stomach of the female Anopheles mosquito. These gametocytes, again these gametocytes, when they were formed in the human body, they were of two types, microgametocytes and macrogametocytes. The microgametocytes, they are small in size, the size is small and less in number, while the macrogametocytes, they are large in size and they are numerous in number. Now what these are going to do inside the stomach of the Anopheles, the microgametocytes are going to form the male gamete, and this macrogametocyte is going to form the female gamete. These male gametes are going to be motile, so, and the female gamete is going to be big, so this is going to swim inside the stomach of the female Anopheles mosquito up to the female gamete, and they will fuse together. The nuclei are going to fuse together, and this leads to the formation of zygote inside the stomach of the female Anopheles mosquito. When this zygote is going to be formed, it is almost round and immobile, but after very short period of time, it changed its shape, it becomes again spindle shaped, and this will start invading the stomach walls of mosquito. So it becomes motile, becomes flat with tapering ends, and start moving inside the walls of the stomach. Say here stomach walls are there, this is the epithelial lining of stomach walls of mosquito. So over here zygote is formed that was rounded and immotile. That zygote changed into a flat or spindle shaped body that is known as ookinete. This stage it is known as vermicule, or you can say a worm like body is formed, that's why it is known as ookinete or vermicule. It start invading, entering inside the lining of the stomach of this mosquito, and here it is going to acquire a round structure. So it will rest over here and it will form a rounded structure. So this is how it is going to develop. Again it will start increasing in its size. It will form a outer covering, that is cyst. Say I am making a big size structure because it is continuously going to increase in its size. So this is the stomach epithelium. This is how it is going to increase in its size. Outer membrane cyst is present. That cyst will be derived from both the plasmodium as well as the lining of the stomach of mosquito. So this is how cyst will be formed, and at this stage it is known as oocyst. Again this oocyst is going to undergo multiple fission, and because of their multiple fission it is going to break down, rupture, and give rise to thousands of newly formed plasmodiums that are again known as sporozoites. So this is the sexual phase that is going to occur inside the mosquito, in the stomach of the mosquito. So up to here what has happened? Zygote was formed. Zygote leads to the formation of ookinete, that is a worm-like structure. This ookinete is going to invade the stomach lining. It is going to become spherical rounded structure forming the oocyst. Oocyst means a cyst, a outer layer is developed that is derived from both plasmodium as well as the stomach lining of mosquito. Now this oocyst is going to grow in size. It is going to show multiple fission and it will rupture to give rise to thousands of sporozoids. These sporozoids are going to enter into the different parts of the mosquito, but majority of the sporozoids are going to enter inside the salivary glands of the mosquito, means they are present in the gut of the mosquito. And when this mosquito is going to bite a healthy individual, this mosquito is going to, again the saliva is present having sporozoids, so it is again going to introduce these sporozoids inside the body of a healthy individual. So this is what is the gamogony, or you can say the sexual phase that is taking place inside the body of a mosquito. The third phase is sporogony. So sporogony is taking the asexual multiplication that is taking place inside the mosquito. That is the stage of asexual multiplication after the formation of oocyst. This oocyst is formed along with the lining of stomach wall. Now this oocyst is going to increase in size. Size will be big and this will undergo multiple fission, that is again the asexual multiplication. So oocyst is undergoing multiple fission, multiple nuclear division will be there, that will be surrounded by cytoplasm, and this leads to the formation of again thousands of sporozoids. So it is going to rupture, it is going to break down and it will release sporozoids. I have already told you now these sporozoids will invade different parts of the mosquito, but most of them will enter inside the reproductive, or you can say salivary glands, and this mosquito is going to bite a healthy individual. It will introduce this inside the body of a healthy individual. Now comes the preventive methods. Again, the preventive methods for malaria is removal of all the breeding sites. We can use kerosene oil, or we can use some of the fishes that feed on larvae like gambusia is there, that can be used. We can fill all those water bodies that are having the larva of mosquito by soil. We should clean our pots or the places where water is going to be stagnant for long time. So these are the preventive. Mosquito repellents can be used. There are different mosquito repellents in the market that can be used to repel mosquito, and there are various medicines also that are derived from the cinchona tree. Chloroquine is there, primaquine is there. So different medicines are also available that are used in the treatment of malaria. So that's all about the treatment of malaria. Next time we will start our immune system.